What's going on, everybody out there on the internet? My name is FearedDemon, and welcome back to another MMO Let's Play. And you guys voted for it, and you guys wanted World of Warcraft again. We've done two. We did one through 1 to 90. We did another one to 100. I guess now it's going to be 1 to 110. Because by the time I get to... By the way, the music's very loud right now. Hang on. Holy crap. Okay. Turn that down a bit so I can hear myself talk. Yeah, so you guys voted for World of Warcraft again. Don't know why. Legion's not out yet, but by the time I get to 110 or 100, level 100, I'm sure Legion will be out. So, I guess this is a Legion Let's Play. We did a freaking Mr. Pandaria Let's Play. Did a Draenor one. I guess now it's Legion, I guess. I already decided what I wanted to play. If you're new here, if you've never seen my videos, because World of Warcraft tracks new people sometimes. My name's FearedDemon. I do Let's Plays. Most people know me from doing MMO Let's Plays, but I do single-player games as well. I've done 2 World of Warcraft Let's Plays. I'm not going to go into a list of all the MMOs I've done. I've done a lot of MMOs. Probably the only person on the internet that does full MMO Let's Plays. At least that I know of. I don't know. I don't really look up too many people. And we're doing another World of Warcraft one. So if you are a new World of Warcraft player, or maybe you are a person that's just started playing World of Warcraft, or maybe played it for a while, but maybe you don't know too much. I'm a pretty big freaking Wikipedia when it comes to this game. I've been playing since 2007, very beginning of Burning Crusade, and I've done everything you could possibly do in this game and more. So, if you're a new player, this is probably a good walkthrough for you. Maybe not, might annoy you. I don't know, I annoy a lot of people. Whatever, if I annoy you, just click off the video, find somebody else. Boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Alright. So, we're just going to go right into this. World of Warcraft, no, this is... Let's just get some of the questions out of the way first that I've gotten on the other ones. No, this is not on console. It will never be on console. It's a PC-only game. It doesn't require too much hardware. It's actually, you could probably play this with like some crappy, like $200 PC, honestly. It wouldn't look good, but it'd be playable. It does require a monthly membership, $15 a month, or you can get, I think you can pre-buy a year, I think. 6 months or a year. I'm not sure if you can buy a year worth, but you can buy, I know you can buy like 6 months in advance, so you wouldn't have to really worry about it. You can play this game free to play up to level 20. And then after that, you're going to have to buy a membership to keep playing. So you can try it out, maybe do a little bit of trial. This game is also, you can go full free-to-play mode. Like, if you buy 1 month subscription, get to 100, however long it's going to take you. It doesn't take long at all to get to 100 in this game. It's actually very fast leveling in this game. If you get to 100 and then you farm gold with your membership, you can actually buy WoW tokens, which, with gold from the auction house, which we'll go into later. I'll explain all of this, don't worry. And you can keep playing with by buying WoW time with gold. But you are going to have to eventually spend money, especially if you wanted to play expansions. There's, how many expansions now? It's 5. There's base game, which is called Vanilla. The first expansion is called Burning Crusade. It'll be called BC by most people. Then there's Wrath of the Lich King, which was the second one. Third one was Cataclysm. Fourth one was Mr. Pandaria. And the fifth one currently, while I'm recording this, is World of Draenor. But by the time some of you may watch this, Legion will be out, which will be, what, I said 6th one. So it'll be the 6th. Wait, yeah. I think I lost count. Everybody. Yeah, it'd be the 6th expansion. So that's that. And so I've decided I have 2 main servers. My main server is Sargeras. It used to be Argent Dawn, but Argent Dawn is dying, and it's an RP server. And I don't RP. Roleplay stands for role-playing. It's whenever you like pretend to be your character. I never did that. I just sort of selected it because it was named when I first joined, and I kind of just stuck with it. But the server's like dead, and it's definitely not a place you want to be. So I kind of stopped playing on this server, even though like all of my characters are on here. So I switched over to Sargeras, but I'm not going to be playing on either of these servers because I'm going to play on a completely brand new server with no characters, so that I can show you it is possible to play this game. You can play this game completely brand new, any server, for all you new people out here, and you can get anything you want. Maybe not anything, because there are some pretty damn expensive things that require a lot of gold grinding. But I will show you that it is possible for brand new players, or maybe some of you players that suck at getting gold. It is possible to get like all the flying you need, licenses you need for flying, bank space, bags. It's possible, everybody. I'm telling you, it's possible to play brand new. Just follow my Let's Play, all right, and walk through, and you'll have a good time. So the server I chose was Tichondrius because I think I am going to be going Horde, which I got to find it down here. So it is a PvP server. If you don't know what PvP stands for, it stands for player versus player. Basically, there's two things to do in this game. PvE, which is player versus environment. What it means is that you're facing AI, like bosses that Blizzard themselves made for you to fight. Any, computer-generated things that aren't controlled by real players. And then PvP stands for player versus player, which you play if you want to play against other players. So if you want to go and, it's like, how do I explain this for maybe somebody who's never played an MMO before? Like, you play Counter-Strike, you're playing against other people there, Call of Duty, anything like that, you got it. All right, so we'll go. Oh, by the way, I should mention there might be some new people here for the World of Warcraft movie that's coming out recently. So hello, welcome to World of Warcraft, and that's that. Yeah, okay. So, there are two factions, Alliance and Horde. Alliance and Horde cannot play together. They are enemies. Alright? Cannot play together. That's a no. That's a negative. So, if you're going to play with a friend, make sure you are on the same server, and make sure you are on the same faction. Either Alliance or Horde. So, we'll go down the Alliance. The faction, or the races that are in Alliance are human. Pretty standard. You got human, female, human, female, or I called the male a human. Female and male. The dwarfs from Ironforge, female and male. And they got those lovely beards, so if you do love beards, probably definitely the best race to go with. Night elves, female and male. I do like the way the females look in this game a lot more than the male versions. Gnome, best race in the game by far. You got female and male equivalents, of course. Draenei, which are the goat spacemen. They came from space. They're aliens that came from space. I'm not even kidding. Dropped on the planet, and they have goat hooves. I'm not kidding. Space goats. That's not a joke. Wardens, which is a pretty unique race. Let's just choose a regular race. So there you go. There's the regular way they look. Right there. And the unique thing about them is that you can switch between human form and Worgen form. But if you are in combat, if you go into combat and attack something, you will switch back to Worgen form. So you can't go from being a human. You can't stay a human if you're a Worgen. If you want to be a human, just be a human. But you can, like, if you want to role play, I guess, you can switch to a human as long as you don't attack something or get attacked. All right, on to the Horde. The Horde factions are Orc. Yes. Yeah, Orc. You got your classic Orc. And if you are from the World of Warcraft movie and you wonder why they're green, why they're the bad guys, you're gonna have to look that up yourself. I'm not gonna go into explaining the lore, but basically, because they drank the demon blood, not all orcs are, well, pretty much, yeah, all orcs are affected. They're all tainted, even though they're not bad guys. They still turned green thanks to freaking Grommash. Freaking, way to go. Way to go, Hellscream. Way to freaking go, dude. Way to freaking go. So, yeah, they're green. They're not going to be brown. I don't know. Maybe in Legion they'll add, like, a brown color, but for right now you pretty much have to play green. And then you got the female versions. Oh, yeah. Alright, we have Undead. You can be a zombie. And they have like a passive move where you can actually eat. You can like eat dead bodies to regain health and stuff. Not very useful, but yeah. So there's the male equivalent and the female equivalent. And then we have Tauren, the cow people. Very spiritual race. And they're lots of cow jokes. Lots of cow jokes. Trolls. There's trolls in the dungeon. Not the internet trolls, but just trolls. And you'd think, normally when people hear trolls, they hear, like, big, giant, freaking, like, stupid race. But no, in this game, they're, like, very tall and skinny. I think they're the tallest race. If they weren't slouching like this, I think they'd be the tallest race in the game, I believe. I think they're, like, 8 feet. Maybe even higher. No. I don't know, something like that. Blood Elf, the glamour race. A lot of people choose them because they're the prettiest race. Very pretty. And then we have Goblin, which is like the sort of the Horde equivalent to a gnome. Alright, and then there is one neutral race. Yes, there is a neutral race. Which you level up on your own separate island. You're not considered Horde or Alliance. And then after you finish their quest line, you get to choose whether you want to be Alliance or Horde. So there are pandas on both sides. Oh, yes. And so you're basically a panda bear. And, yeah. So that's cool. Alright. So, now we'll go through the classes. There are, I think it was 11 classes or 12. Soon to be more. Legion is adding a Demon Hunter. Right now, Demon Hunters are not in the game. As I'm recording this, by the time you watch this, they probably are. So, remember, take everything to granted for what I say, because it could be outdated by the time you watch this. Alright. So we will go down the races. Dwarf they can be the most out of, I think maybe Trolls. Yeah, so Trolls and Dwarves can be the most classes out of all of them. Trolls can't be Paladin, and Dwarves can't be Druids. So, we'll go down the classes here. So you got a Warrior here. Yeah, so Warrior, the role is tank or damage. We'll go into discussing all of that later. Uses Rage as a resource. So, Warriors, basically, it's just like, you want big giant weapons and you want to slam them into people's skulls and hack and slash people, and that's boom. Warriors for you. And they don't use mana or anything, or they use Rage, so they can always stay in combat. They don't have to worry about like a resource or anything. It's pretty sweet. This is the only class in the game that can have like 2 giant axes and it's the only class in the game that allows you to wield 2 two-handers in both hands. So that's cool. And then on to Paladin. Paladin is sort of like the Warrior, but it uses mana, and they use a lot more spells, and they use like holy light to attack their enemy, not just pure weapons and rage. They use like magic and holiness and like spells and stuff to do damage as well. Hunters, best soloing class in the game. If you're a new player, I highly recommend playing Hunter, because it is a very easy class to play, and you'll definitely have a very easy time. So you get like a pet, you can tame different pets, you can name them, and you use a range, like a bow or a gun or a crossbow, and you just like put your pet on them, and they attack them and taunt them, and you just stay at a range and pew, pew, pew. So it's like a ranged pet class. So that's cool. There's only 2 pet classes in the game, Hunter and Warlock. So Rogue, this is your basic Rogue class. If you've ever played any sort of like RPG game, you know your Rogue class. They go stealth. They can stay stealth permanently until they attack something. And then it's all about like stabbing people in the back and putting poisons on them, and yeah, being really annoying. So, Priest class. So the Priest class is sort of, now it does have a damage class. You might think Priest might be only a healer. They do have 2 healing specs and then 1 damage class. Their healing specs, it's sort of like the, if you think of a healer, you think of the Priest. You sort of like smite. You can throw like smite holy magic at people. You can heal allies, put shields around allies and stuff. Or they have a spec called Shadow, which you turn into, like, you use like dark magic instead, and you do a lot of damage over time moves, and you like you're almost like a vampire whenever you're Shadow, and you got like this really cool, your character turns into like this shadow, and it's really cool looking. Shaman, very colorful class, one of the most colorful classes in the game for sure. Basically they use the elements, earth, wind, fire, and water. They use all 4 of those to do damage to their enemies, and they harvest. They are one with the earth and the elements. The elements will destroy you, is a popular phrase from them. Mage, typical Mage class. They have 3 specs: Frost, Fire, and Arcane. So you can either shoot fire at your enemies, ice at your enemies or arcane sort of magic at your enemies. Warlock. Warlock is the evil, like, necromancer demon class. You summon demons to do your bidding. You put curses on people, and you shoot, like, flaming fire and demonic energies at people, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good solo class. A lot more squishier than the hunter, though, for a pet class. The monk, the newest class, well, before demon hunters. Basically, they're like a kung fu master class. You kick people, punch people, and you like harness. You know, you're like a martial artist. That was the next class is Druid. So Druid is a very interesting class. They are all about nature. And they can shapeshift. They can shapeshift into different animals. A bear, a whale, freaking a tiger, this weird moonkin class. So they have They have 4 different specializations actually. You can be like a bear tank, very tanky. You can be a stealth cat, which is sort of like a rogue, but you like bleed people and scratch them. So you can be like a cat. They can be a moonkin, which is a race. It's like some sort of race in this game, like a creature, and you can shoot magic at people, or you can be a healer. You can put some healing on people, and a lot of healing over times, or if you want to play a healer. And the last class is a Death Knight. Death Knight is unique because it starts at level 55, and as a Death Knight, you're pretty much an undead person, but what do you do? You sort of put like pestilence on people. You put diseases on them, and you use you can have like a ghoul. You can raise undead armies. You can hit people with frost moves. You can be a tank. You can be like a tank that you heal yourself, and then you like absorb it as a shield. It's probably one of the tankiest classes in the game, if not the tankiest class in the game, if you go blood spec. And that is all the classes in the game. And the next one will be Demon Hunter, which I don't have it here, so I can't really talk about it, but it's basically going to be like a 2... It's going to be like a 2... It starts at level 9... I think it was like level 90. So it starts at level 90, and you get like 2 glaives, and you can like fly, and it's crazy. Lots of jumping. It can double jump. It'll be the first double jumping class in the game, so that'll be insane. But I know what I'm going to be, everybody. I know for my fans, they are anticipating what I'm going to choose. And what I choose today, my friends, is a troll druid. Yes, I'm going to be a druid, everybody. I'm going to do what I did last Let's Play, and I'm going to solo a lot of instances. I don't know how it's going to go, because at the time when I did it on my Paladin, there was, the Paladin was very overpowered. Eternal Flame would heal you for, like, all of my health at level 40. They nerfed that, so we're going to be trying it as a Guardian Druid. I don't know how it'll go, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? So, I actually don't know if I'm going to be Tauren or a Troll. The Troll has the coolest looking forms in the game when it comes to being a Druid. The Tauren have a very annoying starting. They have a very annoying starting area, so I think I'm just going to play a Troll, everybody. So let's go back into customization here. So I think we're going to go... I think we're going to go full on blue. Let's go blue. Now, do I want to be... I think I'm going to be a male. Stay a male. What face do we want here? Let's go with this one. Hairstyle. I want the, yeah, I want the mohawk. The mohawk's the best hairstyle in the game right there. Got the mohawks. Hair color. I think for hair color... Let's see, what do we want? I don't want any face paint, though. How do I get rid of face paint? Oh, yeah, you gotta go to tusks. Alright, so let's just go with the longest ones. Longest tusks in the game. You got, and then they have face paint equivalents, but I don't think I want face paint. No thanks. Actually, I think I'm gonna go purple, and purple with like, purple with like a blue, maybe? Bluish. Maybe like a dark blue. Let's go with the dark blue. Alright, so we're gonna be Feared Bear. Oh, it was available right off the bat. Feared Bear. Because we're gonna need to be a bear. We're gonna be a guardian druid. We're gonna be soloing stuff that you guys didn't think was possible. I just slammed my finger into the ground. Ow. That hurt. Alright. So let's just go. Actually, yeah, let's go right into it. Let's just go right into it. World of Warcraft, Warlords of Draenor, and welcome to World of Warcraft, everybody. Oh yeah. And now, when you first enter the loading screen, it's going to be long because it's loading in like your character and stuff, but it's not going to be too long. Not too long. They're gonna have like a little intro here too.
Exiled years ago from their lands in Stranglethorn Vale, the dark-speared trolls attempted to make a new life for themselves amongst the disparate races of the Horde. Under the leadership of the noble war chief Thrall, Vol'jin and his savage trolls had at last found the honor and purpose they had been searching for. But now, under the rule of the headstrong Garrosh Hellscream, the trolls fear that the Horde could tear itself apart. Vol'jin knows that whatever threats loom ahead, whether they be from within the Horde or from without, it is cunning trolls like you who will fight to preserve the honor of the Horde.
The honor of the Horde. Alright. So here we are, but I'm going to end it here. This is characterization. The rest of this video is going to be showing off my characters because some of the people who watch my videos love to see my characters. So go to episode 2 if you don't want to see that. For the rest of you can keep watching if you want to see my characters, since people actually keep asking me about my characters and how many I have. And then we will be back on episode 2 to actually level up. So the rest of this you can watch if you want, or not. So go to episode 2 if you want to watch that. Because I also need to put some stuff. I need to mail this character some stuff and edit the bars and stuff. Anyways. Alright. So, now that those people who didn't want to see this stuff is gone, this is for, because I've gotten a lot of, not a lot of requests, but a lot of people are curious of what kind of characters I have, how many characters I have. So I'm going to go into them. I have not played in a year, everybody. Last time I played was early 2015, and then I quit because World of Draenor is not the best expansion in the world. But, you know, I'm back again because you guys voted for it. All right, so as I told you guys earlier, my old main server was Argent Dawn, and my main characters. I'm not gonna go into game with all my characters, guys. I'm just gonna sort of show them off and say what they are. This is FearedDemon. You guys know him. You saw him in the the World of Warcraft, the second one, the Paladin walkthrough. There he is. He's still alive, everybody, I promise. Still there. I will not be updating him in Legion, though, or anything, so that's about that. That's the last time you probably... This actually might be the last time you probably see him. So, goodbye. 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 Alright. My second one was my Druid. Actually, my first level 100 was... what was my first level 100? Was it? I don't remember what my first level... Oh, it was Corrosive. He's on a different server. I forgot I server transferred. So this is Ephos. This is my first character I actually ever made. Right here. First character I ever made. I actually stopped playing him for a bit before I hit max level, which was 80 at the time. But, so he is my Druid. Then we got Cybertrex, my Hunter, who was my third max level character at the time. He's my Hunter. We have Berserks, who is my Warrior. We've got a Lunas, who is my Shaman. who used to be a girl, but I didn't like the female drawer or Draenei form, so I switched him over to a male. We got Reliquish, which was supposed to be Relinquish, but I realized I forgot the N when he was level 60. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just like, Relinquish sounds cool, but then it was Reliquish. And, yeah, I don't play him very much, but this is my Mage. We got my Warlock Ever After. I have never bought any level 100s, or 90s, I guess I should say. So all of these I leveled up from 1 to whatever they are now. This is my Warlock. Used to be a human, now a gnome. We got the Tangerine. So this is Feared Angel, guys. My very first World of Warcraft walkthrough, the Rogue. This is her, the orc female. I server transfer over to Argent Dawn, and I changed his name and race. So very unnoticeable, but this is her. Yes. There you go. Right there. The very first one. Totally unrecognizable, and I named it the Tangerine because I have like this transmog that I don't have on now, but it's like the transmog is the best transmog in the world, let's just say that. Deathly Shade is my priest. Don't really play her too much. And then we have Kung Fu Fist, who is my monk, who used to be a panda, but his name is awesome. Kung Fu Fist. Great name. I wish I would have actually... I don't know why I put him as a dwarf, but I wish I would have stayed as a panda, honestly. Alright, so my next server is Sargeras. Now, this is my main character. I got Lore Master on her and everything. I actually stopped playing... Corrosive used to be my main character forever, but in Warlords of Draenor I switched my main character over to Wild Woman. So this is my main character on Sargeras, Wild Woman. You probably won't see me playing her that much because I don't play this game in my free time, but yeah. So she is a hunter. This is my bank character called Chemtrails. I don't believe in chemtrails. Just putting it out there. I'm just saying it was sort of a just funny name. He's my bank character where I just put all my stuff on my gold. And I worked the auction house with him. Corrosive. This is my very first... This is pretty much been my main character since Wrath of the Lich King until Warlords of Draenor. I kind of just stopped playing him. I just sort of got bored of playing a Death Knight all the time. But, yeah, I have a lot of hours played on him. A lot. A lot. He used to be... He actually started as a gnome, then went to a human, then went to a worgen, and I stayed a worgen. I actually don't play him, like... ever now, which is sort of sad. Another Feared Angel. Now, this is not the original Feared Angel. Once I faction changed, I wanted to get my name Feared Angel, so nobody took it, and I just leveled him up again. It's called Feared Angel. Right there. Barely played her. Well, I guess I did play her somewhat because I got her to 90, but that's not much for me. Wrath of the... Now, these are my Twink characters. If you don't know what a Twink means, Twink is basically whenever you stomp your XP at a certain point... and like get the best possible gear at them, but they're not max level. So this is this is my Wrath of the Lich King Twink. I actually have not worked on him very much, so he doesn't really have much gear. But yeah. This is Burning Crusa, which stands for Burning Crusade. He's my Burning Crusade Twink. I have worked on him a little bit. As you can see, I have a Blade of Azzinoth. I have the, what's that, the right one. I have the offhand version. I still need the main hand one, but as soon as I do, I'll be freaking happy. I've ran it a shit ton of times. But I do have one. I do have one blade. Oh yeah. And this is Vanilla. I actually played him a lot. He is my Vanilla Twink. I have Thunder Fury. I have Sulfurous on him. He is pretty decked out. Pretty freaking decked out. And then these guys don't matter. Level 20 takes me like 10 minutes to get to, so don't worry about these guys. But they are 20 and 21. My next server is Darkspear, which I made the Feared Angel from. So I have Boomykins, which is, she was a boomkin, moonkin, but she's now feral, actually, so I just switched her over to feral. And then we have Feared War. Oh yeah, we have Feared War, who is my, Horde warrior. I don't actually play these characters, like, ever, just saying, like, ever. And then we have Feared Heals, who's like my, it's like a pure PvP healing monk. But I stopped, in Warlords of Draenor, they kind of messed up like, monk healing, so I just stopped kind of playing her. Honestly. Moonguard, I actually only have 2 character. I have Jinja Panda, who is the Iron Man character, who I have not played since last year. On Illidan, I only have 1 character. I have Feared Storm, who is a Shaman PvP only character. I have a lot of kills on him, and I really like Shaman in PvP. And I think that's about it. Emerald Dream, what do I have on here? I think it's about it. Yeah, everybody else is just like random ass characters. Completion level 38. I don't remember that character. And I am Iron Man. I think I was gonna do a stream Iron Man character, and then that coulda fell off. So that's all my characters, guys. I'll see you guys on episode 2, where we're actually playing our character.